What does it mean if you dream about a beggar? Your mind plays a lot of projection games when it comes to your dreams. Your subconscious, of course, speaks to you in the form of dreams. Your subconscious is like this recording device that is on 24/7 every single day. It picks up on the things that you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. It's always on. It's always picking up, and it's trying to make sense of the world around you. Of course, your conscious mind only hangs on to and successfully processes a small fraction of what you take in every day. So the result of this is your subconscious speaking to you about very important issues in your life in the form of dreams. And one of the most disturbing image is to see a beggar. When somebody's down on their luck and they're homeless and they're begging for spare change, your heart goes out to them. Now, of course, a lot of people have all sorts of mixed feelings regarding homeless people. Some people think that they should be helping themselves. Others think that they're only on the streets because they have a mental health or drug issue. But going beyond that, when you see somebody else going through a hard time to the point that they're begging, a part of you goes out to them. This is simple, basic human decency. This is your compassion talking. So when you see that in your dream, your subconscious is trying to tell you very important issues that you may be unaware of. It's really important to sit up and pay attention because of the following potential issues. Now, I'm going to give you some contextual readings of this dream symbol. You have to piece everything together based on the other dreams that you're having, as well as what you know about your waking life. But a lot of the times, you are seeing certain symbols or certain situations in your dreams because your waking mind has somehow blocked them off or you're intentionally overlooking them. Think of this as a wake-up call. I know it's kind of ironic because this is a dream that is somehow waking you up to deeper realities that you may not be aware of. The first thing that comes to mind when you see a beggar in your dream is that your mind is actually telling you that there is something missing in your life. Maybe it's spiritual, maybe it's emotional, maybe your relationships are not as deep and fulfilling as you expect them to be. And in many cases, a lot of us get comfortable or complacent in our relationships, our work, how we make a living, our financial health. So we become blind to many things and we become tolerant of stuff that we previously have big issues with. You know, if, for example, if you are in a relationship that is essentially loveless, you no longer care deeply for this person, but part of you just wants to stay in the relationship because it's so much harder to, or if not seemingly impossible, to get another partner. Do you see how conflicted you would feel if you are in that situation? Do you see how toxic that kind of relationship may be? But you wouldn't know because you blocked it off or you've glossed it over. You can put lipstick on a pig as much as you want, but none of your efforts and no amount of denial will turn that pig into a piece of gold. I hope you get what I'm getting at. And seeing a beggar in your dream can represent that piece that is missing. If you give money or food to a beggar in your dream, pay close attention. This may signal or symbolize your need to speak up. You need to be more self-confident. And a lot of the times, you feel that you're just another face in the crowd. You may be thinking that people don't really care about your opinions. And here you are, deep down inside, looking for validation. You just want to be noticed, but you feel that people are not giving you the attention you deserve because you're not special. So you're afraid of losing them. You doubt your ability to stand out. You doubt your ability to contribute something meaningful to your friends, to your loved ones, and even your community or your workspace. This is your insecurity talking. You see yourself giving money or food to a beggar in your dream, when in reality, your subconscious is actually projecting that need onto yourself. You're the one who needs that extra food. You're the one who needs that extra help or simply that extra attention. What does it mean to refuse to give to a beggar in your dream? If you see yourself refusing a homeless person in your dream, this can represent poor finances. Basically, you're thinking, I'm so broke that I can't help anybody else. I got to take care of number one. The funny thing about all of this is that the more you hang on to whatever resources or cash you have, the poorer you feel. If this is your mindset, you have basically shut out the flow that goes through your life. Think back to the times when you felt really rich. Think back to the times in your life when you felt that everything was great and everything was going well. Chances are you were generous, not just to yourself, but to other people. I'm not just talking about money. Money is important, but I'm talking about more important things, more precious things like your time, your attention, or validation. Maybe you're having a tough time praising other people or simply encouraging them. You might want to think twice, because the moment you feel that you don't have enough to share with other people, so you're refusing beggars in your dream, you are basically telling yourself that you are incapable of being a conduit to the universe's blessing. This is a bad sign. You need to stop and you need to let things flow into your life, and you'd be surprised as to how much more relaxed, relieved, and at peace you will be if you allow yourself to be a part of the universe's blessing. What does it mean to see a beggar in your house? When you see a beggar enter your house or sit down on the couch or somehow make themselves comfortable, don't be alarmed. This indicates that you have opened your heart to the flow of the universe in your life. This means that whatever money you get, you are open to sharing with others. Whatever time you have, you are more open to encouraging and seeing other people better off. This is a good sign. I know it can be distressing or even stressful when you see homeless people or beggars in your living room in your dream. But in reality, your subconscious is showing you that your heart is opening, that you're allowing the blessings of the universe to flow through your life. And guess what? Good times are coming because that sense of flow has been activated. You'd be surprised as to how many times you will find yourself being in the right place at the right time with the right people to produce the right results, simply because you allowed yourself to be open. You don't have to be religious. You don't even have to be all that philosophical or spiritual. By simply having an open mind to opportunities and to helping people, you will be able to find yourself at the right place more often. What does it mean to be a beggar in your dream? If you are the central focus of your dream and you see yourself down on your luck, you need to pay careful attention. Your subconscious is using this very disturbing image to let you know that your luck, your sense of tranquility, your sense of confidence in certain things in your life are basically in trouble. A lot of people live their lives with a false sense of confidence. They think that they have enough money in the bank, that their relationship is great, that their job is secure, and then all of a sudden, it all disappears. They get fired, some sort of economic emergency hits them, they lose it all, and they think that they're just unlucky. Well, in reality, your subconscious is picking this up. As I've mentioned in the beginning of this video, your subconscious is this 24/7, 365-day camera that's always picking up things that you normally ignore or overlook. When you see yourself being a beggar in your dream, sit up and pay attention, because your subconscious is seeing patterns. Maybe it's your finances, maybe it's your performance at work, maybe it's your relationship. Whatever the case may be, it can even be your health. You need to get to the bottom of it. Otherwise, those small cracks that you think are fairly straightforward and easy to fix actually indicate deeper issues that can lead to disasters. This is not something to ignore, and it's definitely not something to sweep under the rug. What does it mean to dream of a beggar helping someone in need? If you see a beggar actively helping other people in your dream, please understand that this is your subconscious telling you to be more proactive in finding people in your close circle who need assistance. This is not always easy because people put on a good show. There are many people that you think are well put together and their life is going well. They post all sorts of nice things happening to them on Facebook, and they're the last people to enter your mind when it comes to people going through a hard time. In reality, they're actually close to breaking up. They're close to breaking down. They're close to losing a lot of the important things in their life. So your subconscious, when it shows you the close-up image of a beggar helping others in your dream, take this as a cue to be more proactive in noticing your loved ones. Maybe they just don't want to tell you. Maybe they're just hanging on. But there's a lot going on under the surface. Be curious enough to get to the bottom of it and help them out. This is not the time to ask for something in return. Instead, this is you opening your heart to simply helping others. Go with that, and you'd be surprised to see how rewarding this would be. I know you're busy. I know you've got enough problems of your own, but this is definitely worth it. What does it mean to see a beggar form a group to help homeless people? This is a very powerful dream because you would notice that people who had the least resources find it in themselves to group together to come up with something positive that will have a lasting impact on the lives of people around them. They don't have much, but they know that people are in need. So they don't use the fact that they have very little and that they're broke or that they're suffering or that they're victims to stop them from making an impact. Your subconscious is telling you that you have this power to help others. You have this power to make an impact, and you should not use the fact that you don't have enough cash in the bank, or people don't really look at you as some sort of authority, or you're just a small fish in a big pond. I can go on and on with the 1,001 excuses that people give themselves so they don't make an impact. But let me put it this way. If you are on your deathbed, what kind of questions do you think you'll be asking yourself? Believe me, your life will flash before you, and that is the moment of accountability. And the question that is going to be ringing throughout your brain is, what kind of life did I live? And if you keep coming up with excuses, the answer that you give is going to be very disappointing. So stop believing your own excuses. Stop looking at your own limitations. Sure, you're broke, but a lot of people are in worse shape than you. Sure, you're busy, but other people simply have run out of other options. I don't mean to use tired and heavily repeated famous quotes, but what Gandhi said famously makes a lot of sense in this context. He said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." It's easy to bitch and moan about how other people don't really care, or that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and we're living in a rigged system. Anybody can say that. But very few people wake up to the reality that no matter how broke they are, no matter how disadvantaged they may feel, they actually are in a position to help the world be a better place. Because believe it or not, other people are in a worse place than you. Simply living in the United States is a tremendous advantage. You may be feeling that you're at the bottom of the barrel as far as the U.S. is concerned, but if you look at the rest of the world, you are in a great place. So stop thinking that you're a victim. Stop thinking that you don't have any resources, and start helping. Again, let the universe's blessings flow through you. What does it mean to talk to a beggar? This dream indicates a poverty of your ability to turn your ideas into reality. You're talking to a beggar. You're not helping that person. You're talking down to them, or you're talking at them. This is not a question of you talking and listening. This is a dream image of you just simply talking to that person. It's one direction. What your subconscious is trying to get across is that anybody can talk. Anybody can plan. Anybody can publicize or talk big about what they intend to do. But guess what? The world doesn't care about what you intend to do. It only cares about what you actually do. Do you see the difference? Sadly, so many people do not see the difference because of this little chemical reaction in our brain. For better or worse, when we talk about our plans, our brain actually works in such a way that it releases chemicals that trick us into thinking that we've accomplished what it is that we talk about. Be careful what you talk about, because if you don't follow through, you're just spouting out garbage. You're just polluting people's time. I know that sounds harsh, but there's so many people doing this, and that's why a lot of us live in a toxic world. Be part of the solution. Stop talking about it and start being about it, because in that dream, when you're talking to the beggar, you're actually talking to yourself. You're the person who is disadvantaged because all you do is talk, and there's no action. I know you got great plans. All of us do. But until and unless you take action on those plans, you're just wasting time. What does it mean to dream of dirty beggars? If the main focus of your dream is how dirty a beggar is, and they're basically very pushy, maybe they're pushing a pan to you, or demanding that you put coins or dollars in the pan, pay close attention to how you handle your money. Your subconscious is telling you that you are basically begging for practical advice. You are stuck in a negative feedback loop when it comes to your finances. And again, you may be blind to this because maybe it's your ego. You don't want to admit to the fact that you're actually on a functional level broke. Make no mistake, a lot of people do this, and it's funny and ironic at the same time that they run out of financial steam precisely at the point where they think they've got it all figured out. Your subconscious is trying to ring an alarm here. It's trying to draw your attention to the fact that there's a big disconnect between how you see yourself, all clean and poised for greater and greater success, and how dirty things really are on either a financial level, a health level, or relationship level. Get to the bottom of it. What does it mean if the beggar is someone you know and you deny that person? One of the worst feelings in the world is to get down on your luck, knock on a few doors, only to get the cold shoulder. Talk about betrayal. Talk about a letdown. In fact, in many cases, the door doesn't even get opened because the person on the other side doesn't even consider you a friend. They've forgotten you. They've written you off. When you see this type of imagery in your dream, Understand that you are you are at the other side of the door. Your subconscious is telling you that you're neglecting certain key areas of your life and you're not validating yourself enough. A little bit of self-care can go a long way. What is self-care? It really all boils down to self-compassion. Give yourself a break. Refocus your energies. Stop agonizing over past mistakes because they're gone. It's not like you can jump into a time machine and fix that problem. Those facts have already happened and that ship has sailed. Let it go. The same goes with the future. Here you are obsessing about worst case scenarios when things haven't happened. And in many cases, the worst case scenario never happens. So refocus on where you are right now. Pay attention to yourself. Give yourself that validation. Give yourself that self-care. Put yourself on a firm foundation. Because otherwise, you keep knocking and knocking and nothing's there because you don't step up. You are your own best friend. I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality that we live in. What does it mean to see tramps and gypsies being homeless in your dream? If you see tramps, gypsies, or other stereotypical images begging on the street or knocking on your door in your dream, what your subconscious is really trying to get to you using a ham-fisted and almost stereotypical or cartoonish imagery or symbolism is that you need to get in touch with your rebellious side. There's a part of you that just wants to let its hair hang down and simply take life as it goes. There's a part of you that just wants to, believe it or not, break free from your day-to-day duties, responsibilities, and obligations and join the circus. Now, of course, this can take many different manifestations. You can be working your 9-to-5 corporate job, and deep down inside, you feel that it's so routine that you are basically living in a prison. I get you, but joining a circus or starting a crypto company may not be it. Maybe the answer is in finding novelty, acceptance, purpose, and meaning, and the excitement behind that in routine day-to-day stuff. That's right. There may be something sexy beneath the grind. The problem is a lot of people have this romantic idea that if they are really living up to their fullest purpose, that they have to let go and make a 180-degree change. That's great for Hollywood movies, but that's not real life. So find something exciting. Find the gypsy, find the tramp, find the adventurer in what you already do. Because the grass is always greener. That is always the case. But when you actually look close, the grass is not green. It's an illusion. You're just bored with the daily routine of your daily life. What does it mean to dream about a beggar getting kicked out of an establishment? If the main focus of your dream is of a beggar being forcibly kicked out or dealt with by security, understand that you are the beggar. Understand that the reason why you're being kicked out is you are rejecting parts of yourself. You are rejecting the part of yourself that is saying that there is a big gap in your life, that you're feeling some sort of emptiness, that something isn't right. Now, it's easy to understand this because most people fear change. Most people don't like to be told that they're doing wrong. And when you see a beggar being kicked out of an establishment, your subconscious is essentially telling you that you're doing certain things wrong and your ego doesn't want to hear it. Your ego just wants to expel, kick out, or deal with the criticism. But let me tell you, either you're going to have to critique yourself or the world will do it for you. And believe me, the world is a harsher critic. The world doesn't care about your feelings, doesn't care about your impact, doesn't care about you at all. That's the bottom line. So you better start caring about yourself and your impact and finding meaning in your choices. And if things don't line up with your values, be courageous enough. Have the guts to make the change. I know it's not easy. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but make it happen. I hope you enjoyed this dream analysis. I went into many different contextual variations of beggar dreams. If you have a different type of dream involving beggars with different details, please leave the details in the comments. We read every single comment, and we often do custom dream interpretation videos based on the comments. Your dreams will be interpreted. It's just a matter of time. Also, if this video has in any way, shape, or form blessed you or encouraged you, please do us a big favor, like this video and click the subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We'd also appreciate it tremendously if you click the share button and share this video on all your social media accounts. Any bit of help that you can give us can go a long way in helping us fulfill our mission of helping people live better lives by better understanding their dreams. Thank you for helping us out.